I'm Elaine.Bayless. I'm the voice of reason with Inspire Coaching, and I want to talk about my blog post this week. So, last week we were talking about the one trick you needed for holiday treats, and this week I'm talking about managing expectations. Managing expectations is the key to creating magical holidays. So, let's talk about expectations. So, expectations are the way you think things should be. They are what you're hoping to see happen. So they're your hopes, your dreams, and your shoulds. And your expectations are important, as well as the expectations of your friends and family who will be celebrating the holidays with you. And that's where a lot of times we get into a lot of stress, because we know that so-and-so is expecting a perfectly clean house, and so is expecting that your 3-year-old child will have the manners of a 10-year-old child, and so is expecting a fantastic gift. You know, all of these expectations that get drawn up and wrapped up into a big ball at the holiday time. So, one of the real important techniques you can use to create magical, joyous, stress-free holidays is to manage expectations. Now, we've already talked about setting a priority in order to create a priority for each holiday, and that is how you manage your own expectations, okay? So here's the sad but also liberating truth. You can't do everything, right? We put all this pressure on ourselves to create these novels out of or these holidays out of like a Dickens novel, with the Christmas tree or the big goose on the table, and nobody even eats geese, right? And, you know, or the Norman Rockwell Thanksgiving with the big turkey and the father is carving it, you know, and that's not going to happen. We don't have servants. And Norman Rockwell probably wasn't really painting the majority of people when he was painting those scenes. So we put all of this stress on ourselves to have everything be perfect, and we have to look good too, right? And our family has to be on their best behavior, even though they're eating unhealthily, they're probably staying up late, and they're super excited. Kids are just not going to be on their best behavior. So let's talk about your own expectations. So think about your own expectations and try to keep them focused around your priority. So, if your priority is fantastic food for a holiday, then go ahead. Don't think about your diet. Don't stress out about eating too many carbs or too much sugar. Prepare lovingly and enjoy the fantastic food. And don't worry about looking fantastic when you come out of the kitchen, because you've been cooking. You don't need to look fantastic. You just need to get the flour off of your face. Also, if you're focused for the holidays fantastic food and you need to give gifts, give away fantastic food as gifts. You can you can use your priority to actually reshape your activities for the holiday, and that manages your own expectations. The other piece is the expectations of those around you. Now, if you're married, or you have a roommate or some other person who is going to be very closely tied together with you during the holiday season, you're going to need to communicate your priority word to that person, because you need to get that person on board with what you're trying to create. So if your priority is fantastic food, but your spouse, partner, whatever, his priority is watching football all day, who cares about the food, you might have a little bit of conflict. So it's important that you communicate, this is what's most important to me. This is what I'm going to be focused on creating for the holiday. So there's a couple ways to get that if they have different expectations. The first one is, see if they're interested in just coming along with you, you know, like fantastic food. My husband makes amazing pies, so he's going to be in charge of the pies for Thanksgiving this year. That's just one of his talents, something he does. He and I are both united on the fact that we want fantastic food at Thanksgiving. That's our priority. What if we had different priorities? Well, that's the time when you delegate. So, for example, if you're celebrating the Christmas season, and for you, your holiday Christmas word is decorations. So you have decorations all over your house. You want to put lights all over the outside of the house. Like you don't care about anything else. You just want the house to look like a Christmas store. And that's the most important thing for you. And your husband is saying, no, no, no. Christmas is about, say, the gifts. We must get the perfect gift. Well, you can delegate. While you're decorating the house, he's shopping for the perfect gift. So this is the other beautiful thing about selecting a priority is when someone else's priority comes up, you can delegate it to them. You don't have to take care of someone else's priority, just like they don't have to take care of your priority. So that's a really great way to manage expectations, is be very clear and upfront about what you intend to create in your holidays. As far as kids go, again, that deals with communication. You want to make sure that you are presenting your idea in a positive way. If it's significantly different from what you've done in the past, you're going to want to have an age-appropriate conversation with your kids so that they understand what the priority is, how it's different from last year, and why that's a good thing. So communication and being honest with yourself and being willing to let things go. That's the whole point of this priority, is so that you can let things go and be in the moment and enjoy your holidays. And that's what managing expectations is about. It's about really stepping back and looking, okay, what do I expect out of this holiday? Is that in line with my priority? Is it necessary? A lot of people, I think, put a lot of stress and pressure on themselves to cook some amazing meal. And, maybe they have a pan for turkey that they only use once a year for that turkey. That's not necessary. It's truly not. If you aren't a big cook and your food isn't your main focus, then don't kill yourself trying to make a meal that you may not even have the skills to prepare. So, that's my advice for you this week, is I want you to think about what are your expectations for each holiday coming up, and what are your family's expectations, and your guests, their expectations. And start communicating now, and start talking through things now, and really being proactive so that you can manage the expectations for the holidays. That's my tip for creating holiday calm this year. I'm Elaine.Bayless, the voice of reason with Inspire Coaching. I'm your Raleigh life coach. Thanks.